solid plan. Spins a yarn, recants a tale. The esoteric approach won't fail. Tune in, it's time for Common Man. Common Man, charms the housewives like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
No! Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common man while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
I mean, it's like, hello? You find this funny, Mr. Grow? You're smiling. Do you find this humorous? No, they're not. Do you find this humorous, Mr. Grow? You're laughing and smiling. I'm just wondering if you do. You didn't answer my question, Mr. Grow. Do you find this humorous?
No, I find it keeping a 4-year trip.
At least you're not smiling and laughing now. Oh, I guess you're back at it again now.
Timberwolves superfan, KFAN, Stan Barrero.
I don't want to sound like I've made no mistakes. I'm confident I have. You just put me under the spot here, and maybe I'm not as quick on my feet as I should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm sick of it, man. I really am. I'm fed up with all the crap that I hear. I think it's bandwagon. I really do, man. These guys lay it on the line. These guys are in the training room, man. Guys lay it on the line, man. They lay it on the line. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing what a sophisticated offensive game plan looks like. You talk about...
I think we have a very good mix right now. I mean, the morning show does well, comparatively speaking, especially given what it has to go against. Dubers and I have done well, knock on wood, for 4 years. Common and Hartman have done okay, and Barrero is, in my estimation, the primetime player on our station, and cultivating a couple of kids in Sledge Lake, and you know, we have the Vikings and maybe some things down the road, so I think we're strong right now.
Huh? He's the clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the North. This is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Yada out this and yada out that. So I'm the Common Man, Dan Cole. He's going to be here till 3. Ticket, JG. And then we're here till 3. And then a big ticket and JG tomorrow. Mark Rosen at 2 o'clock. Are we back to regular program password now, or are we not doing that for a while?
Yeah, regular program password tomorrow.
Regular program password. You know, I'm not like LeBron. I don't know who I'm going to team up with next time. I'm now the defending champ of program password, and, you know, I think I'm going to play one more year.
Okay.
I'm just not sure who I want to team up with. I mean, I might stay with Cove. I don't know. We've had a nice mix. We've had a nice partnership. Though, did I see this? So I get looped in that Corey Cove is at the World Series of Poker. I didn't know that. Why don't people tell me these things?
He does it every year.
Well, I know, but I didn't know what was going on. So they loop me in that he's, and there's a Tiny Joe Nelson, who works for Bring Me the News, used to work here. Do you know why he doesn't work here anymore? Nash. I mean, once you work for Paul Allen, it's kind of sours you on radio, I think. Right? It's kind of like, So Tiny Joe leaves. Now he writes for Bring Me the News. He doesn't. Where did I run into him?
I think he technically owns the company, or like co-owns the company.
Oh, does he co-own the company?
Yeah.
Where did I run into him? I think it might have been out at the Vikings. When we were out there doing our live, is that where we saw?
Was it there or Hazeltine?
It was at Hazeltine National Golf Course. That's exactly right. Thanks for refreshing my memory. You know, sometimes your computer, you have to hit refresh. I have to hit refresh on my brain sometimes.
Yeah, we should hit reboot a bunch on that.
Yeah. Wow. It's that bad, huh?
Just needs a reboot.
I mean, is it real bad? How about rather than a reboot, a kick in the ass? Maybe that would. I was just telling Swedberg, you know, we were talking radio in general. Greg Swedberg, the legendary one who's going into the Minnesota Broadcasters Hall of Fame. I'd like to be in the Hall of Fame. Don't you? It's a place I'd like to be. I'm never going to get there. But anyway, just talk about radio in general and about, you know, sports talk and all that. And he goes, you know, he says something to the effect of, I really don't care. You know, I may be charmed by the host. He may be very charming, but he's got to also give me what I want. Like, he goes, if you want wild talk, you ain't going to get it on this radio station. Because generally, I don't think the morning show cares much about hockey.
No.
I don't think PA cares much about hockey. I don't care much. You care about hockey.
I do. I care.
And then Barrero doesn't care much about hockey, right? So
And Beyond the Pond's not on right now.
Right. But you'll get some. Barrero will do the old, well, okay, I guess I'll put Louis Nanny on once in a while, right? I'll have Russo on. I've got Tenneby on. I mean, you try to play kid. And the same thing. So he goes like, well, a lot of people will go to the NHL Network because they know they're going to get hockey there. Or, you know, they'll go to NASCAR radio. I said, well, I do NASCAR. You've heard me, Tenneby. There are old race car drivers and there are bold race car drivers, but there ain't no old, bold race car drivers. He's driving it like he ain't got a dime in it. I weigh 150 pounds and it's all in my right foot. Isn't that enough NASCAR talk? That's almost too much, right? They just go around and around and around and around. At least with Grand Prix and downtown areas, they go left, right, forward, backwards. They move around a lot. And I said, well, but I have no other choice but to rely. This is it. It's probably why I need a reboot. I don't know. How does that song go? Don't know much about geology. Don't know much about history. Don't know much about comic books or whatever it is. But I do know that I love you. Yeah. I don't know much about the NHL. I don't know nothing about the MLB. I know nothing about the NBA and just an eensy-weensy tiny bit of the NFL. But I do know me. And I don't even like talking about myself, yet that's the only way I can survive. Like Gloria Gaynor, I will survive. I can't try. If people, I mean, for instance, if people were coming here for, you know, it's like, I can't even pronounce the names of the players. I don't know who they play for. I don't even know the rules of hockey. Remember, I was bitter because I think offsides is wrong. If you're even a centimeter offsides, you're offsides. It's a gray area. There shouldn't be any gray areas in an offsides.
And we've talked about before, hockey's a hard sport to talk about on the radio.
It is. Boy, they dumped and chased a lot, didn't they? They sure did. Boy, he made a lot of big slaves, right? Do you like your goaltender as a stand-up guard? Do you like him as a flopper? I mean, you can only go so far with it, right? So, but anyway, I get looped in that nobody in the World Series of Poker has been searched, you do a Google search, then Corey Cove. And I'm thinking, well, Cove must be at the final table. He's going to win like, what does the champion win? Like several $1 million?
Oh gosh, yes.
I think he's going to make, now what he would make winning the World Series of Poker wouldn't match what he's made selling Initials game. You remember how Initials game went, right? He goes, I'm going to do a little $30,000 Kickstarter campaign to get it going. He had $3 million given to you by listeners.
$10 million is the top prize this year.
He's made 3 times that with the Initials game, right? But he's going to get $10 million, right? So that's why people must be searching his name. Well, then I come to find out really why they were searching his name is because it's rubes that listen to their show. And there are hundreds of thousands of people that listen to the Power Trip Morning Show. And they want to see, I think they're searching his name because they want to see how he's doing.
Yeah.
And I noticed in the Tiny Joe story, it said he got to this third round, second round, whatever. He got through the initial phase, right? Yes. And he's playing, he's at the table with one of the best players in the world, Brad Faxon or something. No, Brad Faxon is a golfer, was a former golfer. Some guy, Flexen, Nixon, Blitzen, Donner, Cupid, some guy. So he might get TV time. So I go to Deuce. I go, let's go to ESPN Plus. Let's watch. So we get all settled in. There's no Cove anywhere.
You've got to be kidding me.
Well, then I come to find out. I Google it. Cove's been eliminated like 9 hours ago.
Oh, he got eliminated?
He's done. Unless I'm reading the wrong year.
Well, I mean, Zach Halverson's out there.
No, he's here now.
Oh, is he here now?
Yeah, see, that's why I think Cove got eliminated. And it's like, say it isn't so.
I thought, like, as of yesterday, he was good. But
that's what I thought. So, but now again, you can't always trust AI. But I said, is Corey Cove in? He goes, well, he was in the tournament, but he is no longer in the tournament, is what it said, if it's accurate. I don't know. Is Cove still in or is he out? And if he's out, he's already brought shame on and embarrassment to the radio station. How do you get knocked out of the World Series of Poker when you're as good a player as he is?
According to PokerNews.com, he's
still in it?
He's still in it.
Oh.
He might have just got off of last year's. Yeah, because I thought the last tweet I'd seen from Halverson was that he was like 400 people away from hitting the money, from cashing.
Well, then I take everything back I just said.
Well, it says he's number 1,226. So I don't know if that means the place he's in or that's where he got eliminated. I'd have to.
Is Corey
Cove? It says there's 1,389 players left, so he's still in.
This says, is Corey Cove still in WSOP 2026? And what does it say about WSOP? No, it just says he has no bracelets. He's been in one final table. He's earned $47,613. Maybe he's still in. Well, then you know what? Let's go Cove. I thought he was done so, and then I was feeling bad for him and the radio station and all the rubes. But well, good for Cove. I hope he wins. There's so much to get to today. Well, we're not going to do the Wheel of Topic. In Tennessee, I already told you off here. 6 over standing on 18 tee box at Prestwick. I dead pull it out of bounds and make a 9. I play 17 holes in +6. I play 1 hole in +4. Played with the Rubes, though, today. And we raised money they bid on me at a silent auction. They didn't have to bid very much. It was a couple $100, but hey, made a couple $100 for Tennessee. The Millers and the Storm from Minneapolis, their youth hockey and soccer and baseball. We raised money for them. So that was fun. So we hit knockdown, punch, cut, fade draws. We thanked them for bidding on the comment. We thank Prestwick at Wedgwood and Woodbury for donating the tea times and the carts today. So we had a good time. We'll take a break. We'll come back. It's time for Peek at the Purple on the other side of the break. It's the Comment On program along with Donna B. on the Fan.
The takes don't stop when the mics turn off. Check out the KFAN YouTube channel for exclusive videos, in-depth takes, initials, and password games, and behind-the-scenes content. Search KFAN on YouTube and hit subscribe today.
Can you look ahead on the vibes and see if you're doing a concert one so I can think up some songs to think? Because that's such a great bit. The people just love it. That's radio creativity at its best. When I sing the wrong song for the artist.
It's like 3 vibes from now.
Okay, so it gives me some time.
Looks like that's the only one today.
Oh, well, then I'll make it, because I only get one chance at it, I'm going to make it count. You know me. Peek at Poker Players, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. If you are getting ready to sell your home, do not let electrical issues slow down your closing. If you have outdated panels, maybe a faulty outlet, or an inspection repair, it can delay the sale. Affordable Electric provides pre-listing electrical evaluations and fast code-compliant repairs to help you pass your home inspection with confidence. 612-331-VOLT, 612-331-VOLT, or affordable-electric.com. That's affordable-electric.com, and they are shockingly affordable. So, several people have... do you think there's more interest in Corey Cove in poker or the Minnesota Twins?
Corey Cove's poker. I mean, he's number 1. Yeah. Search for.
Corey Cove or will LeBron James come to the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Well,
I still say Corey Cove. I know for me it is. I'm fascinated with my program password, invitational, tournament, championship playing partner.
Yeah.
We make a great team. As of this morning, Cove is still in and is only 7 away from cashing. Today's session has just begun. We've only just begun. I'm going to write that song down. Hold on. Play the music. That'll be good for when you go Snoop Dogg, and I'll go, we've only just begun. Let me write it down before I forget. Begun. Hey, that was the name of the guy that got red carded. Begun. So, what do they mean by cashing? You mean that you're going to make some money, right? Even if you get eliminated, you will bring home a check of some sort.
So every poker tournament, roughly 10%. I think it might be more in the WSOP, but roughly 10% get at least their money back. So, you know, you have to pay $10,000 to play in the World Series Poker main event.
Have you ever played in it?
No.
Can anybody? Do you have to like?
If you have $10,000, you can play in it.
Yeah. You could never have played cards before.
That's the beauty of it.
Okay.
As anyone can play in it.
You got 10 grand. I mean, maybe at the joint account, your wife could help you pay for your entry.
My poker skills are a little rusty. It's been a little bit.
We've had that debate though. You know, the skills thing. I mean, I do know I played. If they didn't call it poker, they'd call it what? If they didn't call it Hold'em, what would they call it?
Common.
And I mean, back when Canterbury was just starting the card club there, and they were trying to get some notoriety, get a little zhuzh, they would have the celebrity poker tournament. If you knock out the so-called celebrity, it'd be me, just D-list celebrities like me and Dubé and others like that, right? Friends of PA. Well, I did 4 or 5 of those and got to the final table twice, and it's like, I mean, I just don't think there is some skill to it, but I think it's 90% luck. I've been watching we're waiting for Cove to come on TV. There's some guy there. He's got a couple of clubs in his hand, right? In his hole cards, right? So they do the flop. Well, 2 clubs come up. Well, he ain't dropping out. I mean, because you got 2 more chances to get a club, right? Another guy's he ends up getting. So it gets to the end. The last card's a club. Guy's got a flush.
Sure. He
can't lose. He's not going to lose, right? The other guy's got like jacks and 9. Some young kid. He's got 2 pair. It was like 10s and 6. He had 2 pair. And he folded after a long, and obviously made the right decision.
Good fold, yeah.
And I don't know if I fold on the 2 pair.
Well, that's where the skill comes in.
Is it really skill? Where's the skill? What's the skill of saying I'm either in or out?
Reading whether you have the better hand or have the worse hand is a skill.
But you don't know if you have the better hand. You're guessing.
Well, you don't 100% know,
well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
The better players make that decision.
No, that's not
more
true.
Yes,
that's not true. That's not true. Because I'm not a better player, and I make the better. I was beating guys that played on a regular basis at Canterbury Park.
Well,
I was beating them all
luck
the time.
can override the skill.
That's my
point.
But
I'm saying that aspect of it is where the skill comes in.
Well, but he got lucky because he got the third. If that last card isn't a club, he's wasted all of his money and he's out.
I'm agreeing that luck is more important than skill in the short term. I'm just saying there is a level of skill to it.
Yeah, but but you think there's more than there is. I think it's maybe 10% at most. It's just how the cards fall. If I have 2 clubs in my hand and the flop is 3 right away and I got the ace of clubs, I win that hand and all that. Guess what? Was that skill? No, it just happened. I guess it could be the skill if I pretended I didn't have it the first time. I don't raise the first time. I let somebody else.
My point is the 2 pair guy you're talking about, the skill there is he lost less chips than he could have, right? So you're saving chips, which in a tournament, you can't go broke.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a skill. That's just you're going on a hunch. You're going, watching this guy play, I get the feeling. I think he's got the flush. That's all that he had said to himself.
That's a skill.
But he could have been wrong. What if he didn't have the flush?
They are going to be wrong sometimes. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. So there is no skill. It's all luck.
No, that's incorrect.
You want to see, everybody that plays cards likes to think it's a skill because they think they're better at cards.
If there was no skill, then everyone would be just like 50-50 on throughout your entire life. You win just as much as you lose. There are some poker players that win more than they lose. Is there not?
I know.
They just happen to be luckier over the course of 20 years?
Yes, I think they're lucky over the course of 20. Now, there's some skill to it. I said there is at 10%. But like I say, if that guy doesn't have a club there, that doesn't come up, he doesn't win that hand, and the other guy wins.
Sure. I'm not denying that luck is more important than skill in the short term.
Because I think I'm going to start a Kickstarter campaign to raise $10,000 for me to play in that World Series of Poker, and I'll get to that damn final table. That's not that hard. My favorite is to sit down. You hate guys like me. When you sit down at the table and you go, now let me ask you a question before we get started. Is a flush beat a straight? And then when you just, you just bet wildly and raise and stuff like that. I mean, but like you say, that makes it hard for me to read that player. Well, then maybe that does make me a more skillful player. If you're having trouble reading,
sure,
maybe
that's
I'm
a skill.
better.
If you can fool people, that's a skill.
Yeah, I guess. Well, then I guess I am. I guess there is skill, and I'm very skillful at poker. Because I can make you think anything. You'll have no idea what I got in my hand. None. Zero. There's not a chance.
That is accurate.
And I don't need to wear sunglasses either. Oh, I'm wearing because I don't want him to read my eyes. The people that has anybody ever won the World Series of Poker that wears sunglasses? I guarantee you they've never won it. Never. No one who ever wears sunglasses. The sunglass things means.
Well, and they wear like the hooded sweatshirt so that like covers up their neck so you can't see the.
Yeah, because what that means
is pulse throbbing.
You do give yourself away because you're not very good at it and you're relying on luck, and so you don't want to give it away. Like my favorite is to do this. Take a look at my cards and go. Give them like, I can't believe that. You just give them the old, oh my gosh, and then they're looking at it, and then they think they're reading. Look at that idiot, just gave himself away. He must have pocket aces. And then right away I bet. Well, I'll see that and I'll double that. And I got nothing. I got a 2 and a 6 in my hand. And everybody full. I just roll in the money. I had a 2 and a 6 because I gave them that look like, see, you pretend. See, it's all just about, and I guess that's
a skill.
I guess it must be. Then I'm really skillful at cards. Because I can make you, I'm just telling you, it's just by your facial expression. That's why would you want to wear sunglasses? What you want to do is you want to give that, like, you kind of, your eyebrows go up just a little bit. Like, I got a great hand. Then the guy that's going, he goes, I'm great at reading people. I just saw him give it away. Look at, his eyebrows just raised just ever so slightly. I know he's got a good hand. No, you don't. I have a terrible hand. I wanted you to think that I had a good hand. That's why I slightly raised my eyebrows. It's child psychology. All you have to do is be a good psychologist, and you can win at poker. I've said this before. We should get a game of poker going with all the guys that think they're, you and Cove and me, and who else plays cards here? Anybody else? PA? Who else plays cards?
Cynican. Russo. I'm sure Nordo does. Nordo seems like that kind of guy. And Russo, Lavelle.
And let's set it up, and because we can do the technology where you can see the cards. We should have a KFAN tournament.
A live stream.
Live stream it. I guarantee I'll win. Guarantee. So good I am at cards. I'm gonna start a Kickstarter campaign. Well, because I'm not smart enough to want to. I'm not dumb enough to put my own $10,000 on it. Are you kidding me? And I'll give people a cut. You can buy points in me.
Oh, boy.
If I win $10 million, which I got a good chance to win $10 million because I'm a great poker player, I need 10 people to give me $1,000 or 20 people to give me $500. And depending upon your contribution, I'll give you a cut of the $10 million. 10B, can you get 1,000 for me?
You want me to put 1,000 in on you?
Why not?
You're breaking up. Can't hear what
well, then when you miss out on that $100,000 or that $1 million that I would have given you,
I'll take my chances.
Okay, you can take your chances. That $1 million would go a long way, me boy. Though this is what I tell people all the time: $1 million after taxes would be like $500,000. You got to buy your own house, a car, spend, invest, save, lawn. It's really more like $250,000. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Peek at Poker Players, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. For all of your electrical needs, affordable-electric.com.
The Common Man.
It's funny. It's got emotion. I was crying to it. It's so good, man.
Weekdays at noon on the
Get closer to the action with KFAN. Breaking sports news, exclusive contests, and more. Follow at KFAN1003 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X to stay connected.
Couple 13-14 past. I'm Common. He's 10-B. Phil Hellmuth got eliminated. Day 3. One of the so-called greatest poker players in the world. Couldn't get out of day 3. I thought he was really good. Oh, let me guess. He got beat by some guy who didn't know if a straight beat a flush. Joe McKeon's out. He was a 2015 main event champion. He was eliminated day 3. Done. Gone.
So Cove's technically better than those two, right?
Well,
He's better poker players in there?
Yeah, well, he has to be. Benny Glazer, the highly decorated British pro. You're familiar with Benny Glazer, aren't you?
Sure.
He got knocked out in the later stages of the main event after running into pocket aces. Isn't that funny? So the guy that gets pocket aces goes like this. He goes, God, I'm just about done now. So he goes, oh, I've got pocket aces. And then Benny, probably sitting on, who knows, Benny thinks, I'm really, watch me bluff this kid that hasn't even started shaving yet. Watch me take this kid out with this little bluff I'm going to do for him. And the kid stays, and all of a sudden, he does the flush. I got 3 aces. Benny Glazer's got kings and jacks, and Benny's going home. You familiar with Daniel Negreanu?
I do. He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah. He's out.
Oh.
Day 2. What happened to Danny Negreanu? Thought he's one of the best players in the world. Skill. There's so much skill. Skill. There's 90% of it skill, right? Tena, can you explain to Common the math involved in poker? I understand there's math, but what you don't understand about the math involved in poker is you only see the 2 cards in your hand and the 3 on the table. So, yeah, if you've got 2 4s in your hand and there's 1 4 out there, you know there's only 1 more 4 available. I get that. It's not that hard to figure out.
What's the math on that?
Well, like the percentages, I don't know. I don't need to have percentages. I've gotten to the final table in many a poker tournament, and back when I played with my buddies, I won more than I lost. Trust me.
I don't know why you don't play all the time. Sounds like free money.
I probably should play more. Here's one. Common is correct. He's been fooling KFAN for 20 years. It's more than 20. Hell, I've been fooling him since 1993. This one makes the most sense, I think. If you pretend to be strong, they know that you know that they know that you know that you are faking it. See? That is it. See, you get them so flustered, they don't know now anymore. Is he faking it, or is he pretending he's faking it? And then if he's pretending he's faking it, is he really faking it? This one says, it's okay, Tena. My boss is old and wrong, too. You're a saint. Well, I'm not his boss. That would be true.
I always love that one.
This one says, so you could say that Cove is having an experience not unlike that of a World Series of Poker champion. I would say he is. This one says, man, I miss the old days. 29 years ago to wake up at noon, played World of Warcraft until 6 p.m., then poker until 6 a.m. and print money. Blazing weed all day. Those are the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. Whole multicolored galaxy, uppers and doubters, and screamers and laughers. So what's your approach tend to be when you play cards, when you first sit down at the table? Do you immediately look at the other players? And what are you looking there? You're looking for, what do they call them, tells?
Tells.
So what are the tells you're looking for? Are you looking for the eyebrow that slightly goes up? For the guy that kind of swallows hard? Or he gets that excited look on his face? What are you looking for?
Well, I mean, the beauty of poker is there's hundreds of variables involved. And what you're looking for isn't always 100% going to be correct. One of the tells they say is how you organize your chips. Right? If you have your chips just nicely stacked, all your ones are stacked this way and all your fives are stacked here, and it looks like a castle.
I do that, yeah.
You're supposed to be more of a tight player. If you're someone just kind of has chips kind of scattered about without really organization, you're considered looser. One tell is if I'm playing you and your first act and the flop comes down and you immediately look at your chips, that's usually a tell that they have a good hand. Their eyes went straight to their chips. Stuff like that.
So if my eyes go immediately to my chips, because I know that's what you're looking for, but I have a terrible hand,
sure.
I fooled you.
Yeah.
See?
And you are going to get fooled sometimes. You're not going to be 100%.
This one says, I got 5 Hondo on common. We'll take my money back and 5% of whatever he cashes out for. Is that a good deal for me or not?
Well, he's putting 500 in. That's a great deal for you.
And then he'll take his money back and 5% of whatever he cashes out for. I'm 500. How much more? I need $9,500 more dollars to get into the World Series of Poker. Well, I'll be the talk of the town, too.
You'll be the most searched for player?
Oh, because instead of the sunglasses, those ones that are like, they spin around, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen those ones that look like, they're just like party sunglasses where it's like, yeah, and they'll just be spinning around. Or will they not allow that?
I don't know. I would imagine they would allow it.
And then you know what else I do? Like this is the other thing you do. This just infuriates people like you. You take your 2 cards and you take one of them and go, which one do you guys want to see? Then you go and let them see what your card is. You flip one over and let's say it's a 4. What if you flip one over, it's an ace? And then you go, hey, you give me 2 of those blue chips and I'll let you see what the other card is too. What do you think? And then they've not seen this before. And then they're annoyed because you're not taking it seriously. And I'm trying to win the World Series of Pokers because I'm the next Phil Hellmuth. You want to see my other card? Give me that blue chip over there. What's that worth? What's that blue chip? That $25? Give me that $25 chip and I'll let you see my other card. And I'll stay in no matter what the card is. And I'll raise you. That's how you got to take. In football, when they first introduced the forward pass, it threw everybody off. Think about the first time. The guy went up there and he got the snap from center. Instead of handing it to one of the 3 guys in the wishbone, he stood up and threw it to the dopey tight end running down the field. It threw him completely off. That's what you have to do. So is Cove playing? He's playing right now, right? Did they start?
I don't know if he's playing right now or not, but sure he's playing today. I don't know what time it starts out there.
They said it started at about 1 o'clock or about 12 noon our time, I think.
Okay.
So let's track Cove.
Because the live stream has like different times they do it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm interested in our guy Corey Cove.
Like the live stream will go starting at like 2 p.m. today on the ESPN app.
Okay. Because I'm pulling for Corey Cove.
Of course.
This Twins team tend to be. I don't want to get too carried away and start saying that, something's happening over here. What it is isn't quite clear. But they won again last night against I don't know how good Cleveland is or the Twins or any of these teams, because the American League, as we've pointed out on a number of occasions, is they're not very good, right? The Twins are 2 games out of first place, and I think they're still 2 games under 500. But last night, a new hero, Alan Roden. Had you ever heard of Alan Roden before?
I think just from the St. Paul Saints games.
Right. He was called up when Byron Buxton went on the injured list, and he earned the first walk-off hit of his major league career in last night's 6-5 win over the Guardians, a game in which the Twins had to rally back. They were down by, I think it was 5-3. They tied the game. They win the game. Fisher Factory Westside Roden, in his season debut, delivered a walk-off RBI single to right center field to complete a 6-5 comeback. The Twins, who have won 4 straight games, clinched their first home series victory against Cleveland in more than 4 years. Here's what Roden said. I'd love to continue doing that as many times as possible, as many walk-offs as possible, and I should say so. The Twins, who erased a 3-run deficit in the 4th inning, came back after they trailed by 2 in the 7th, had lost or split their previous 8 series against the Guardians at Target Field. They got a pretty good pitching performance from Popeil, the pocket fisherman guy, though I think they showed it. I've not seen anything. I'll take a deeper dive maybe during the break. It looked like his finger was bleeding, like with the nail on his finger got pulled up or something. So, but he pitched pretty well. They got key hits again. They're winning without Buxton. And so did you watch any of last night's game?
No.
They did it without a play-by-play guy.
I heard they were doing that.
They did some experiment where they had
all analysts.
It was Denard didn't look very lonely. I think he has friends now. Denard was there. Mornozy was there.
Plouffe was there, wasn't he?
Plouffe. Who's the former relief pitcher? That's
Perkins.
It was Perkins.
Glenn Perkins.
It was Glenn Perkins. I think it was Perkins. Those four. And then they brought Tom Pohlad into the mix.
Really?
And then Plouffe was giving away money, and it was fairly entertaining. I don't know if I'd want that every game. Because, I mean, a lot of the time it seemed like they weren't even paying attention to the game. Matter of fact, they would have, like, the upper right-hand corner. I would say maybe a third of the screen altogether, though it wasn't split in thirds, but it was a rectangular box that took about a third of the screen. They would show the game, and then they would show all four analysts yucking it up. It was all right. It was something different. It kind of reminded me of the days when this was a long time ago. You and I have discussed this. This was back in, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, but I think it was 70s, where NBC did an experiment. They tried to do a football game with just natural sound. They had no play-by-play guy, no analyst, no nothing. They just had the camera go back and forth. I think it was the Dolphins Chiefs or something. I don't remember who played. They wanted to see if people would like it. You and I just discussed the other day about the NBA tried one time without music during the game. And some of the players said, we miss it. It was hard for me to get used to not having music playing while I'm playing. But I think NBC was doing an experiment. Said, well, if the people really like this, we don't have to pay Tom Brady $380 million on a 5-year contract. We can just put the game, it's plug and play. Plug it in, set a camera up, have the guy go back and forth with the camera. We don't have to. But I think as annoying as Common can be, and as annoying as many play-by-play and analysts can be, I still like to have that, I guess. I've learned. Like last night, and God bless them, they did a nice job. I'm not ripping them, but I think I like one where it goes, here's a windup and the pitch. I kind of like that. But regardless, the outcome, Twins win, and now they have one more game. Is it a day game?
They're playing right now, yeah.
Are we winning?
I was just watching. They were just pitching. I think maybe just got out of the first.
Over's got a perfect game through one. Oh, there was another story in baseball. A baseball.
Yeah, 0-0 middle of one.
I saw another baseball story today. Maybe I stumbled across it last night, maybe. Within the last week, I think, we've had 2 pitchers who are throwing no-hitters get pulled out of the games in 7 innings. And there are baseball, the old purists that I kind of like to see, and my guess is a pitcher would like to throw a no-hitter, right? It's kind of cool.
Sure.
Perfect games. Can you Google? There have been a lot of no-hitters in major. Well, when I say a lot, I mean in the history of baseball, it wouldn't be, but I think there have been hundreds of no-hitters. Or is that crazy to say that? I mean, baseball, I think.
I would think a couple of years. So.
Yeah, I think when Naismith invented the game all those years ago, it was like they started playing Major League Baseball in 1888, about the same time they were building the pyramids in Egypt. They started Major League Baseball.
327
okay, there you go.
In Major League Baseball history.
How many perfect games? That means
24.
See, only 24. And one guy, and I could dial up, I guess it's not important who it was, but maybe it was to him. He had a perfect game going through 7 innings, I think. And they pulled him out of the game. But you get to a pitch count, right? Guys younger. 2 of the guys, I think both of them maybe had, I think the story said they've already had Tommy John surgery once. It's because they throw so hard that they just don't want to take a risk on blowing a guy's arm out. You know, they say, the story went on to say, if you're a veteran pitcher who's pitched a lot deep into games, you might get a little bit more leeway and then give you a chance to get it. But you're just not going to see many. You might see, and we've seen these in the last few years, you'll see a combined no-hitter, right? Mm-hmm. Guy will pitch 6 innings. 7th inning guy comes in. He throws goose eggs. 8th inning guy, 9th inning guy, you get in, you get out, and you have a no-hitter. But anyway, the Twins, I've never enjoyed, and I think so much of it is because I've never enjoyed a Twins season as much as I like this better than Bomba squad, better than a couple years ago when they went to the playoffs, only because this to me is, for me, and maybe I'm all alone here, it's so unexpected. I know they're under 500, but because of a weak league and a weak division, they're right in it. And these streaks they're having, and we're seeing, it's the get to know them kind of a stuff. It's so surprising that I'm actually enjoying Twins baseball for the first time in forever.
A win today, and they tie Cleveland.
Yeah. And then it's like we have a message for the White Stockings.
Objects in your mirror may be closer than they appear.
So there you go. This one says, is this the Twins' way of trying to do the Manning cast? That's where the two Mannings just talk during the game, right? Have you watched it? Tend to be any of the Manning cast? They have Eli and Peyton just watching like the Monday Night Football
I've watched
game.
like maybe a minute of it, but I have just no interest in it.
Yeah, was it? I think Peyton Manning's really, his commercial work is as good as any ex-athlete. Don't you think? Mm-hmm. When he's in those...
He can act.
Yeah, which insurance company is he? Progressive? No. Liberty,
Not sure.
Liberty. Whatever commercial he does, he's funny. Self-deprecating humor, he's a good actor.
He was good when he hosted Saturday Night Live.
He was good when he hosted Saturday Night Live, you tell me. But yeah, again, it's like, you know where that first started? Who was the kid from Minneapolis? Was it Joel Hodgson? And they did Mystery Science Theater 2000?
Yeah.
He had a bit where him, and I think it was Puff the Magic Dragon or something was with them. And they would just show the back of their heads like they were sitting in movie theater seats, and they'd be watching a movie, and they would do running commentary during it. And I guess it was pretty good. People liked it. I've not seen it, but I think that's kind of where that maybe even got its start, where you're just basically ad-libbing as you're watching a sporting event, or in the case of Hodgson, in watching a movie. And maybe you and I should do that. Let's watch it.
I have an idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whatever Power Trip morning show puts on social, we have you watching it from behind. So now we're drawing in the Power Trips crowd, which even if they don't like you, everyone loves the Power Trip.
Right.
And then you're commenting on what the Power Trip's doing.
We're piggybacking on the power of the Power Trip.
Yeah.
I'm watching Wimbledon right now. They're doing the mixed doubles. The one guy's wearing one of those, the kind of hat that Barrero wears out at the state fair.
Yeah, the floppy and lid all
thing
around.
that comes around, and then he'll wear a wet towel around his neck. This guy's wearing it while he's playing tennis, which doesn't seem like that would... See where he is? You would think that would just get soaking wet after a while. Well, they're doing a Manning cast. See the guy with the floppy thing, Tenna?
It's like a mullet. It's like a mullet hat.
It's a mullet hat, for crying out loud. Oh, it doesn't get any crazier than Wimbledon. Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. That's who he does it for. So let's do this. Let's pause and come back. When we do, we'll do a little 5-3-4. I said Brian Oak's going to be in, but that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
I'm either a day ahead or a week behind, and I think I'm now a week behind. But Mark Rosen will join us at 2. Tim, do you have a tease, please?
Yeah, we're used to biblically bad in this town. We finally have historically good in Minnesota.
The Common Man.
I thought you were at that sports bar. Well, that place was for